And Pat, the coroner was just here, took the body away, and investigators, in fact, are wrapping things up. A man fell to his death from this window. Investigators have been here all day. The apartment window is open and the screen is torn.
There is some signs of some type of struggle or some type of scuffle that may have occurred inside there.
The West Hollywood sheriffs got the call around 6:45 this morning. A man had fallen from a window and was unconscious on the sidewalk.
A cop came to my door, knocked on my door, asked me if I'd heard anything, and I said no.
Investigators don't know when it happened.
And I saw them escort a gentleman out, a tall, slender gentleman in handcuffs, and took him to one of the 8 police cars that was at the top of the hill and drove off.
Tragedy happens all the time, sometimes by accident. Other times, that's not the case. Not this time. Jeremy Rodriguez is a 32-year-old family man who lived in his West Hollywood apartment with his wife and daughter. Rodriguez was an editor for the LA Times. He loved camping and watching the Lakers games in his free time. On the outside, it seems like Jeremy lived a normal and peaceful life. On the morning of July 22nd, 2016, Rodriguez's neighbors called 911 after finding his body lying lifeless on his apartment sidewalk in the early hours of the morning. Police pronounced him dead at the scene. But why would anyone want to do this? Everyone close to Jeremy Rodriguez, his friends and family, claimed he had no enemies and was described as a friendly and kind person, always thinking about others before himself. 34-year-old Dr. H.P. Hilarious would be accused for the death of Jeremy Rodriguez. According to police, he was found minutes later after their arrival, wandering the outside of the West Hollywood apartment. Neighbors viewed him roaming around, confused and hysteric. Fortunately, he cooperated with police and was taken in. Dr. Hilarious would be taken to the Los Angeles County's Sheriff's Department, where he would be questioned. Police conducted a report. Here's where things get a little interesting. In questioning, Dr. Hilarious tells police that he doesn't remember his account with Jeremy Rodriguez. He claims he didn't remember how he ended up in his West Hollywood apartment. He told police that the last thing he remembered was being in his suburban home in Torrance, California, more than half an hour drive away. Strangely, he claims that a strange man came to his door and asked about a stamp collection. A likely story, says LAPD Police Chief Michael R. Moore. Police found that Dr. Hilarious had traces of LSD on him when he was taken into custody. When doctors took him to be examined, they found that he was under the influence of other hallucinative drugs. When investigating Dr. Hilarious's suburban home, they found even more hallucinatory drugs. He had been a frequent drug user. Dr. Hilarious was indeed a doctor, but had his medical license revoked after accusation about medical practices on unexpected people. He tried to revive such practices that were used in concentration camps during World War II. Like most of those practices, most were without consent and were fatal. Jeremy and Dr. Hilarious did not have any connections towards each other. Was this the case, or was this just a random murder? Investigators didn't believe his story. They arrested Dr. Hilarious and he was sentenced to 25 years for the murder of Jeremy Rodriguez. This case seems to be closed, another random murder among the countless murders that happens year after year. But this is no ordinary murder. This was not Dr. Hilarious's fault. What if I told you that he was used as a puppet? When there's a puppet, there's a puppeteer. What if I told you the puppeteer is not one person, but a secret organization, and Jeremy stumbled onto their discovery? Unlike Dr. Hilarious, Jeremy had an interesting hobby of collecting stamps. Not a typical Friday night for an average Joe, but it made him happy, says his wife. At an auction for old stamps, he made a purchase of this alleged stamp. It has an interesting symbol of a horn that seems to be muted, a piece of lost history, the symbol of the Tristero. The Tristero was the rival mail system to the well-known Thorn and Taxis. During the French Revolution, it broke apart. Members from the group found their way into the new America, soon planting themselves against American mail systems such as the Pony Express, sabotaging their routes. It would seem that Jeremy stumbled upon this stamp during the auction, a stamp that he has never seen before. He posted his new stamp onto his Facebook page, a proud accomplishment and a new addition to his collection. He captioned something very strange to his post. It read, "I really love how this stamp looks. I've never seen one like it before, but there's something on the back I really can't get my mind around." On the back it had this weird looking encryption. I should do some more research on it. Here's his follow-up post. Okay, I found out something really concerning. Everyone needs to know. I'll be writing for the LA Times about it tomorrow. Already contacted some government officials for this matter, but I want the public to know. Watch out for the papers. Rodriguez never got to write that article, and as of today, his page on Facebook has been deleted. Therefore, his postings gone with it. What was it that he wanted everyone to know? What government officials did he exactly contact? My guess is that they weren't government officials at all. Is it possible that the Tristero has risen once more and Rodriguez knew a secret they didn't want out? Not yet. It's clear to see that Dr. Hilarious is not the one to blame. He was controlled using LSD to do the Tristero's dirty work. Until next time, be cautious and question everything.